Hey, it's Joshua Seth, and I'm starting a podcast because why not? A million other people have. Anywho, this is the mic that I have used to record movies and voiceovers, and I recommend it to all my students, and I've used it for years. It is a large diaphragm condenser microphone called the MXL 990. I just love the sound. You're hearing it right now. However, for podcasting, there's another large diaphragm condenser microphone that I'd like to compare it to, and we're going to do that right now. It's the Movo. In fact, I got it on my desk right now. The Movo VSM7. Let's do head-to-head comparison between these two large diaphragm condenser microphones and see which one sounds better to you. Okay, so let's start with the MXL 990, which you can see over here on Amazon, is only about $99 for this beautiful mic. Like I said, I've used this on movies even. You're listening to it right now. Let's see what they say about it. Their copy says, vintage body style with champagne finish. Yes, it includes a custom shock mount, mic stand adapter, carrying case. Never can have too many of those. Provides silky, sweet high end and retains tight, solid, low, and mid-range reproduction. And I would agree with that. So that's what we're starting with, the 990, the mic that started it all. If you're into specs, there's the specs. I'm not, and I'll tell you why. The specs don't matter. What matters is how it sounds for your voice and in your room. Room setups, treatments, lack thereof, voices, voice qualities, proximity to the mic, all these things affect the way that it sounds. So yeah, the specs have some bearing on it, but really it comes down to how you sound, or in this case, how I sound, because I'm the one doing the comparison. So that's the mic. I use it without a pop filter because I think it makes it sound more muddy. But let's do a test, okay? I'll put the filter on and see what you think. Okay, here it is with the pop filter on. I will read the same thing with the pop filter on and with the pop filter off, and then I'll do the same thing with the Movo. I'm just going to read part of the introduction for the podcast that I'm putting together, which is why I'm making the video and doing the comparison in the first place. So here we go. Mastering your communication skills can transform your life because communication is the basis of all relationships, personal and professional. So there it is with the pop filter on. And with the pop filter off. Mastering your communication skills can transform your life because communication is the basis of all relationships, personal and professional. Tell me in the comments below which you think sounds better. Now, let's compare it to the Movo. The Movo VSM7 large diaphragm condenser microphone. Now, I should mention they also have a VSM5, which is $30 cheaper. It's a little under $100, 99 versus 125, so $26 cheaper. The only difference is it's a little bit shorter and it doesn't have different pickup patterns. It only has cardioid, which is what you're going to use for podcasting anyway. So why didn't I get the VSM5? Well, I actually also have that on order just to see how it looks. It is a little more squat. I like the look of this a little bit better. I think it fits the size of the windscreen better. You see it has an included windscreen. But this is the only difference really. The Movo VSM7 has omnidirectional, bidirectional, and cardioid. Bidirectional meaning you can talk to both sides, omni all around, cardioid right in front of it. And the VSM5 is only cardioid, and you save $26 as a result. But it's shorter, and I just don't think it looks as good as the windscreen. So that's the difference. So let's compare now the Movo with the MXL and see which sounds better. And here we are. The Movo is all set up. That only took a minute. There's the XLR in the bottom. And check this out. Right behind, I just love this. Right behind this windscreen, there are the different pickup patterns. It already comes set to cardioid because they know most people are going to just use that. But you can also flip it up to omnidirectional or bidirectional if you prefer. As you can see, the Movo VSM7 is a large diaphragm, multi-pattern studio condenser microphone, and it does come with the shock mount pop filter and the XLR cable. Very nice of Movo to include that. It has everything that you would need, except for the boom arm, but you get those for 20 bucks. Two more features I need to mention about this Movo mic. On the right side, there's a 10 dB pad, so if I engage it, it will now be 4 times as quiet. So I'm not going to do that, but if I were outside or if I were in a noisy environment, that would be good. But we are not in a noisy environment. I am home. So now I'm going to engage the low cut. And the low cut would take out, let's say, air conditioner noise if I had an air conditioner going. But I'm not going to use the low cut either. I'm going to do the test with this mic as it comes without any processing or filtering or anything, just to let you hear how it sounds. So there's no reason for a low cut if you have a quiet environment, and there's no reason to use the 10 dB pad also if you have a quiet environment. So here we go. Mastering your communication skills can transform your life because communication is the basis of all relationships, personal and professional. So let's do the head-to-head comparison. Right now, I'm going to read the same passage that I read for the other microphone, and you guys tell me which sounds better. Mastering your communication skills can transform your life because communication is the basis of all relationships, personal and professional. Mastering your communication skills can transform your life because communication is the basis of all relationships, personal and professional. Mastering your communication skills can transform your life because communication is the basis of all relationships, personal and professional. So there you have it, the Movo versus the MXL. Tell me in the comments below, which one do you think sounds better? And that's the one that I will end up using on the podcast.